All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. How are you guys doing? I know I'm a little late. Uh, yeah, I got kind of caught up in some weather out there, and the weather was not in my favor. Oh man. Yeah, but instead of me being like, you know what, I'm not doing this tonight. I'm gonna be late. Nah, I had to go around some obstacles to get here, but I made it. All you got to do is just keep going. You'll make it. Okay, all right, everybody. Welcome to the Ray Terry Project podcast. I am your word sayer, Terrence. Good quartet evening. How are you guys doing tonight, man? Let's see. We'll get some people on shortly, so y'all can answer that question once you come on, or what you replay it. How you guys doing tonight? How your mom and them? How your daddy and them? How your sister, brother, cousin them? How's everybody doing? All right. So today has been it's been pretty dope. I was chilling for half of the day. I changed the battery in that smoke detector, but I still keep hearing the little chirp. I don't know what's going on, dog. But whatever. All right, cool. So I'm back. So yes, I am late because of inclement weather. I was trying to get back here in enough time to do my little thizzle that I like to do on Tuesday evenings. So late, I'm delayed, but not denied. I made it. And then so I named this particular conversation that we're having. I named this particular conversation roadblocks and detours, right? Because I don't know if anybody's like me, or the last few years, I've been experiencing a lot of roadblocks, and I've had to take a lot of detours to get to where I'm trying to go to, because, life is blocking the way at certain times and all this other stuff. And the funny part about it is, with me trying to get back here to my edifice to go live. I love my edifice. I love this place. I was trying to get back here to go live to do this and to be on time, because I'm a very timely person. If you know me personally, you know I don't like wasting time. I don't like being late and all of that. And then so because the weather is really bad here, right? Because I don't know where you guys live, but I live here in Georgia, and we get a lot of like thunderstorms, a lot of rainstorms, and a lot of storms that knock trees down. So on my way here, there's been multiple trees that were down, blocking my way to get to my destination. And I had to take countless detours in order to get here. And that literally just like reminded me of the last like few years. The last few years, it's been plenty, plenty of roadblocks, plenty of downed trees, and plenty of like obstacles that have been in the way. So if my path would normally take me 20 minutes, with all of the detours and the roadblocks, now that 20 minutes has turned into an hour and 30 minutes, right? But just because it's taking longer does not mean that you won't get there. The only way you will not get there is if you stop. If you turn around, go in the opposite direction, and go back where you started from. That is the only way that you will not make it to your destination. Roadblocks are always going to be there. But you have to take detours. You have to, because there's never just one way to get to your destination. There's never just one way to get to wherever you're trying to go. There's always multiple routes. And then, even within those multiple routes, there are plenty of other sub routes to get to where you need to get to. And it's all called a detour. Yes, this journey was supposed to take 20 minutes, but now it's taking an hour and a half. But like I said before, a few seconds ago, yes, you will still make it. Even though it's going to take an hour and a half now instead of 20 minutes, you are still going to make it to your destination if you just keep going. I've been here, I've heard this phrase like all my life, delayed but not denied, right? As long as you keep going, yes, it's going to be delayed a little bit, but you won't be denied. You will make it to your final destination if you just keep going. And right, something's in the way. There's trees that are down right there in front of you. Guess what? Turn this way, then turn that way, and then keep going. We got GPS. GPS will show us a new way. Even if the GPS is still telling you to go through that roadblock, if you just make that turn, guess what that GPS is going to do? That GPS is going to reroute. It's going to reroute you. Sometimes it's going to reroute you to turn back around to go in the direction where the roadblock is. But if you just keep going past that turn that the GPS is telling you to turn, just keep going past that and watch it completely reroute you to go around the roadblock, around the obstacle. So life is going to throw us plenty of obstacles, y'all. I'm telling you from experience. I promise you, one day I'm literally going to share like the stories that have been happening over the course of the last, I would say, 3, maybe 4 years, like 3.5 years, 4 years. One day, I'm actually going to share those stories because those stories will end up helping somebody. I believe that they will. These stories will end up helping somebody because, man, I've been through a lot within these last 3.5, almost 4 years. And it's just like detour after detour, roadblock after roadblock, roadblock after roadblock. And the key is do not give up. Like I haven't given up. And even though, I'm not completely out of the woods, so to speak, I'm not completely out of the woods, but I am not where I was 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. I'm not there anymore. So it's like I'm still not at my quote unquote final destination, but I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. I'm almost at the I think I'm at the hour 15 minute mark. Yeah, I got 15 more minutes to go. 15 more minutes to go. And it may seem like it's taking you forever. It may seem like it's taking you a long time because things are happening one after the other, one after the other. And we talk about this all the time because I this platform is about being honest about life. Uh, I don't know what everybody else is talking about, but we being honest about life, right? We're gonna be completely honest. When living this thing, you're gonna find that things are happening one after the other, right after the other, and it's gonna seem like if it's not one thing, it's another, right? And we talked about that a few conversations ago. If it's not one thing, it's another. But that's not 100% necessarily true. It's all about your perspective, right? Because things are supposed to happen. The succession of life, things are supposed to go however they're going to go, whatever it is. That's just the order of things. This is just the way it is from the inception of time. Whatever we're going through is things that we're supposed to go through, even if it's self-inflicted, even if somebody else, quote unquote, did something to us, whatever, however you want to say it, right? Even if somebody else did something to us, all of this was predestined to happen in our lives, whether it's self-inflicted or somebody else done something. So we have to change our, like I always talk about, we changing our perspective about the things that happen, one thing after another. So if you are armed with this information that things are always going to happen, right? No matter what, this is a part of life. If you are armed with this information that things are always going to happen, so now you see this roadblock, you could just look at this roadblock and like, boom. Ah, man, this is actually one of the things that's going to happen. So I'm not going to really feel a way about this. Let me just go this way, see where the GPS is going to reroute me to get around this crazy situation, to get around these crazy times that we're having, to get around quote unquote these, not quote unquote, this actually happened just now, these down trees that are in my way. So how do I get around this? All right, I see a way, or maybe I can turn around, right? Before I said, you turn around and go to your original the place where you started from, right? But no, no, no. You're gonna turn around because you saw that there was a turn back there, and then you boom, you make that turn, and now you're gonna get rerouted. Now, there's nothing wrong with turning around for a short amount of time to make another turn, but there is something wrong with turning around and going back to where you started from, because where you started from is not the place that you want to be, because you're trying to grow, you're trying to progress, right? I keep hitting this. I still haven't figured out where to put this so I don't be hitting it. This is my second week using this, y'all. It's my second week using it. But anyway, like I'm saying, so is don't turn around and go all the way back. Turn around, go to that turn that you were, and I'm just using all of these metaphors, right? Because life is not, about physical actual direction. So please just spare me the ridiculous things, right? Life is not about the physical directions or anything like that, but it's just these are all metaphors. But like I said, things are going to happen. Things will always happen, y'all. Always. And it's okay. It's okay. It's totally fine. People don't realize that, and people get stuck. Okay, let's just say people. Let's just put me in the mix real quick, because there was a point in time where I got stuck where I was, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop. I'm not gonna continue on going towards this particular goal or towards this particular dream, because there's too much stuff happening, right? There's too much stuff happening. Like, what am I going to do about that? I'm not going to do anything about it. There's just too much stuff happening. So there was a time where my mindset was like, I'm going to stop, and that's it, nothing else, right? But I woke up. I woke up one day, and I was like, just because this is in my way, that does not mean that I cannot continue. This is temporary. Because even if you stayed right there in that spot, eventually that roadblock will be cleaned up. That down tree will be cleaned up, and you'll still be able to drive through. But instead of that taking that 20-minute trip, now you being detoured taking an hour and a half, man, that could be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours if you stayed in that spot. So we're not going to be staying in the same spot now. Because now you staying in the same spot, you become stagnant. That is literally going to prolong your journey if you stay still. You gotta move. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep going. Even if you go in a different direction to get to your destination, you still have to move, because it's okay for this 20 minutes to turn to an hour 30 minutes, but it's not okay for this 20 minutes to turn into 24 hours. It's not okay, because time is of the essence. And I'm not saying rush, but I am saying use your time wisely, because now an hour and a half, and then now you have 22 and a half hours left, and you've wasted 22 and a half hours because now you are just sitting there, not moving, not progressing. You become stuck, you become complacent, you become stagnant. Man, listen, I was there, y'all. I got stuck. I became stagnant, man. I just became like, wow. I'm sorry, y'all. I always get these epiphanies. I always get these aha moments, these moments where I'm just like, wow, okay, so that's what this time was for me. Because I'm just thinking about over the course of the last 3.5, 4 years, how like I just literally got stuck. I got stuck. And it's so crazy to me. I got stuck, and I'm just sitting there just thinking, like, wow, became complacent. This is wow. Clap. What we clapping for, me? I got stuck, man. I got stuck. I wasn't the normal me. I wasn't the normal. Wow, we spoke about this a few conversations ago as well about losing yourself, right? I wasn't me, the person that I know me to be at the time because I got stuck. I got complacent. Good evening, Deaconess Seven Thomas. God bless your life. Yeah, I heard that it was a ground stop at work, yo. My man called me at work because he thought I was working today. He called me. He was like, yo, what gate are you at right now? I said, I'm at the gate called not at Delta. It's my day off. And all these weather changes, all these wind notifications that I keep getting on my phone for work is crazy. So, Seven, God bless you. I hope you on your day off too, Doc. All right, so getting back to this, y'all. So I literally, I keep doing this. I'm gonna figure this out, y'all. I literally got too comfortable and too complacent where I was. I got comfortable and complacent with the going through. Hear me out. I know that sounds weird. So I was going through, right? But I got comfortable in that place of going through. And my mindset was like, well, this is what it is. It's like, it's not going to change. This is going to be whatever it's going to be, right? That's what my mindset was. But my mindset wasn't like, oh, shoot, let's keep going, keep pushing, keep pushing. This is temporary. So your mindset has to be that the troubles and the trials and the roadblocks are temporary. That's what your mindset needs to be in order for you to get to where you need to go. I wasn't in that place where my mindset was like, this is temporary. I thought I was going through this forever. Yeah, shut up to Mika. Said I literally can't help it because I talk about work every day. Yeah, because what's so crazy with work? That literally consumes most of my life, and I'm trying to change that. I don't want to be at work more than I'm doing the other things that I love. Now, don't get me wrong. I do enjoy my job, right? It's a lot of mental jousting, though. I got to be honest with you. It's a lot of mental jousting. I do enjoy my job, but my purpose is tugging at me so hard that I've been contemplating giving my 2 weeks notice. I'm being super honest, y'all. Being super honest, I ask myself the question, why am I at Delta? Right? And I'm like, is it the free flights? Because before Delta, I was still flying and going wherever I wanted to go anyway. I actually had way more freedom. So at this point, it's definitely not about the free flights. But it's kind of nice when you don't got to pay for that. But I've been content. And it's so funny. We're getting a little off topic, but not necessarily off topic because Meek just brought up a great point that I literally talk about work every single day because the things. What's going on, Dion? How you doing, bro? The things that consume my life that take up the most time, I tend to talk about more. So, but it's not necessarily the things that I love, the things that I enjoy. Huh. This is y'all, man. Here goes another therapy session that you guys are my therapist right now. Huh. I, I'm doing a lot of contemplating. Doing a lot of contemplating right now. Oh man, I'm glad you're enjoying this, bro. I love you, man. This is my brother for real, man. Dion, man. This guy. We go way back like babies in car seats, man. For real, for real. So, Meek, what was I talking about before I got off track? I told y'all I'm easily distracted, dog. Easily distracted, dog. Yeah, man. But yeah, so I was talking about being comfortable in the place of go through, right? That's what I was talking about. Being comfortable in the place of go through. We have to, and a lot of us don't realize that because a lot of us been traumatized by the things that we've gone through. A lot of us been super traumatized, and we don't talk about that. We've been traumatized about a lot of things that we've gone through, and because it seems like things are happening one thing after another, after the other, after the other, after the other, right? because we feel that way, then we become comfortable in the go through and we're always expecting things to happen. Right, and we're expecting, and it's so funny in church. It was like you got to live in expectancy. Ha, glory to God. Ha, all that, right? You live in expectancy, but a lot of people don't talk about living in expectancy of bad things. We're always expecting bad things to happen, and once you go through so much, you live in expectancy of your expectation is something to always go wrong. And that is literally PTSD. That is literally trauma response, y'all. Man, these words didn't exist in my world not that long ago. But these words have rung true. These words are very true because I have PTSD about certain things. If I pass certain places, I have PTSD, and I have in my and I have these trauma responses to certain things because I got comfortable in the go through, and I lost that fire in me. I lost that joy, that pep in my step that I used to have. Right, I lost that part of me because of the roadblocks and not understanding that even though I am going in a different direction, that I'm taking a detour, even though I'm going this way and it's taking a little longer, that it didn't, at that time, I didn't realize that it doesn't mean that I'm not getting there. I'm getting there. I'm still getting there. I'm just not getting there in 20 minutes. The GPS now says the estimated time of arrival, an hour, 30 minutes. It doesn't say estimated time of arrival, never. And I never realized that. I never put that in my mind. It never dawned onto me until now that we are having this conversation, y'all. GPS is taking you around this roadblock. It's taking you around the roadblock. Now you have a new estimated time of arrival. It's giving you a time. Wow, that's crazy, y'all. It's giving you a time. And the time is not never. It's going to take you a little longer because of the roadblock, but you will get there. Our thought processes come because of our response to the trauma that we've gone through. Man, y'all, this is good for me, man. This is really good because this is helping me a lot. And every time I talk, every time we have these conversations, I get more epiphanies. I get epiphany after epiphany, epiphany after epiphany. And you guys are helping us, like in our little community that we're building here, the Ray Terry Project podcast community that we're building, me being the word sayer. That's so funny to me. But even though I am the one that's talking, we are going through these changes and these like revelations together. We are getting these revelations together. Wow, man. This is amazing. This is amazing. So, so let's just do a quick takeaway from this cuz I'm going to get up out of here. Um uh, I do apologize for being late, but I had a roadblock, had some trees down, and it did not allow me to get here in the time that in a timely manner so where I can start at 9. But that's okay. I still made it. The GPS took me around it and gave me a new estimated departure time. I mean, not departure, wow, airline stuff. A new estimated arrival time. And I made it here in enough time so that we can have a conversation together, right? So, the takeaway from this conversation that we had tonight for me, now you guys can put your takeaway in the chat real quick. My takeaway tonight is to no longer be comfortable in the go through. No longer be in expectation. No longer live in the expectation of bad things happening. Black Mr. Rogers. Yo, yo, Davion, what's up, bro? Yo, what's going on, Barry? How you doing, brother? So my takeaway is do not live in the expectation of things to always go wrong. and don't be comfortable in the go through. Because if you get comfortable in the go through, you're just going to stay there. You're not going to progress. That's not me. That is no longer me. I will never, ever be in that place again. And I got an epiphany tonight. Man, I got an epiphany tonight that we are not going to be in that place any longer. Listen, Barry, I'm trying to be like you. Stop playing, bro. Stop trying to play. You got any operation service manager positions over there? Where you at? Cause I might come to North Carolina, brother. All right, guys, you gave me 27 minutes of your time. And for that, I am eternally grateful. Time is the number one investment that you will never, ever get a return on. And I dare not bastardize your time. So next week, I do plan on being on time. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will come and have a conversation together. Don't be comfortable in the go through, y'all. Don't be comfortable. Do not live in expectation of bad things to happen. Change your mindset. So live in expectation for good things to happen. So again, I will see you guys next Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night.